Hi, everybody. So this is the lecture for the computing concepts part of the book, Module 5, Software and Apps. Now, this one's going to be fairly short because the book wants to talk about a lot of things that we cover when we're doing Word, PowerPoint, Excel, etc. So we don't really need to talk about all of that stuff. So what I want to talk about is what app stands for. So it stands for application software. So application software is basically software that lets us do something. And there are many types of application software because there's many types of things that we need to do. So for instance, if you need to do your taxes, you get a program like TurboTax. What's the application for TurboTax? It's to help you do your taxes, right? If you need to create a Word, I shouldn't say Word document, but if you need to create a text document, or a document, you get a program, a word processor like Word. If you need to work with spreadsheets, we get Excel. So, and presentation software, I'm sure there's other types of presentation software other than PowerPoint. But so if you need to do photo editing, you get a piece of photo editing software. If you need to do video editing, you get a program that lets you edit video. So in that respect, application software is super simple. Now, there are a couple of things about application software that I'd like you to understand. One, in today's world, we have application software that are called apps. And I know that Microsoft is trying to, and I think Apple is too, trying to get us to use the word apps for everything. Even on your computer. I know Windows 10 wants me to have apps, but really an app is a smaller version of a piece of application software. So for instance, Word is a very complicated, large program that has all kinds of different features. And an app is a pared down version to run on a mobile device that's not a laptop. So a phone or a tablet. Phones and tablets are the ones that typically use apps, and there's a reason for that. Apps are just smaller versions. It's just a smaller program than a full-blown app. And the reason it's smaller is because tablets and phones have less memory and less storage space. So I don't think Word, if you tried to install Word on a tablet, you're not going to, well, you may have enough room, but you're very rapidly going to run out of room. You put Word on it, you put some other things on it, and then we use that to store all of our other pictures and videos and all kinds of stuff. Pretty soon you have, 3 programs on your phone, and you have no room for anything else. So an app is just a smaller program, and I should get rid of the S here. It's just a smaller version of the program, and it has less features. And one of the things that you'll notice right away is if you try to use a virtual keyboard to type up a 20-page paper or a 15-page paper, you're very rapidly not going to want to do that anymore. So, having a keyboard is always a good thing when we're typing stuff. Larger screens are also helpful. But a small program that does a certain amount of functions, like a sports ticker app or a very simple photo editing app, will let you do some very common things very quickly. And typically they have like the graphical user interface, and we use the touch screen, etc. Whereas, if with our big application programs like Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and Access, which we haven't done yet, there's all kinds of menus and dialogues and all kinds of things that you can change. Now, something else that I want to talk about is that really we have two kinds of programs, application programs. There's what we call native programs, or the ones that are installed on your computer or device. So native programs, that's an A, are programs that are installed on our device. And then we have web-based. So what are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? Well, a program that's installed on your device, you can use whenever. You can access open files from wherever you get them, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm just going to go with a word processor like Word. If you install Word on your computer, then you can use it whenever you want. What's the drawback? The drawback is that a full-featured application software like Word takes up a lot of computer resources, memory, hard drive space, or storage space, processing power, etc. So for tablets and phones that don't have a lot of processing power and or don't have a lot of storage space and RAM, we have what we call web-based. And by the way, web-based is also for computers. Because one drawback of native software that's installed, if you don't have the device, so if I have Word on my laptop and I don't have my laptop with me, I can't use Word. So web-based basically means that we log in to a particular website and then we just use the software that's stored on their computer. We run it from their computer, and it doesn't really matter how much processing power or memory I have because I'm just running it remotely. So web-based programs have an advantage. I can access them and access my program and probably my files because you get storage space. You can access it with whatever device that you're using, or that you happen to, you're somebody else's computer. You can log in and access your stuff. It's kind of like email. Email is not local, so you can access it using whatever device that you have. You just have to have a web browser, a username and password, and log in. So web-based is accessed I don't think there's an S here. Accessed using a web browser. It's kind of like remote computing. And so what that gives us is it gives us flexibility. It lets me access that from wherever I am. And I can use underpowered devices to access it. My device just has to be able to send and receive data over the internet in a fairly quick manner. And two, has to have enough processing power to process or to run a web browser. The program doesn't install on our computer. It's run remotely from the computer that it's stored on. And that computer probably has a lot of storage space and it's probably a very fast CPU. So we're relying on somebody else to make a computer that works with the software that we want to use. So there's that. So web-based and native. And I'm trying to think of anything else that we really need to know. I don't think there is. So if you look at Module 5 in the book, you'll see that it talks about, formatting documents using word processing software and spreadsheet software and what a worksheet is and all that kind of stuff. But you should already know that. So having said that, the next video will be on security. And there actually may be 2 videos on that. Okay, until I do that one, which I'm going to do probably tomorrow, I will see you guys later. Remember, as always, if you need anything, you have any questions, let me know. I have office hours twice a week, and I have email every day. So we'll see you guys later. Bye. So I shouldn't say goodbye when I'm not ready to stop recording.